Hey, FlimsyLunchTray here, and welcome to World of Warships. Today I'm going to be featuring the Tech Tree Tier 10 British destroyer, the Daring. Now this is a ship that existed in real life. She was laid down on 29th of September 1945, so kind of a post-World War II ship, or when she launched at least. She was launched on 10th of August 1949 and completed on 8th of March 1952. She served 5 commissions and was placed in reserve in December 1968 and sold for scrap in 1971. She was the 6th ship of her name in the Royal Navy. So here in World of Warships, the Daring class ships, as they were also known, they were at one time these destroyers were called the Darings when they kind of renamed the class name line of the ship. And they're the largest British destroyers, carrying torpedo tubes and artillery guns. Their main battery comprised of the 113mm guns mounted and enhanced dual-purpose turrets. So here we are on Crash Zone Alpha in domination mode. I spawned to the southwest flank, and so we're going to go cap Bravo. And I'm going to break down talking about the Daring. So I'm going to go ahead and chat a little bit about the player opinion performance from the WoW's Wiki. Let's see, I don't want to read necessarily everything, but we'll see how that goes. Daring finds herself as one of the strongest destroyers at tier 10. For starters, she carries 6 guns and 310 DP turrets that rotate 360 degrees, and while her 113mm caliber guns are rather small thanks to the improved AP auto bounce and fuse timer, as well as brutal HE shells, she can easily dispatch overconfident DDs who unwisely seek her out as easy prey. And she'll dispatch them quickly, thanks to the reload time of just 2.6 seconds stock, so you can get that down even lower. And she boasts a health pool of 20,800, which is fairly mediocre, but she does get 2 heals to keep her guns firing. Daring also has a short burst smoke generator, with a short cooldown and short duration. With 7 charges, so smoking up would not be as costly as other DGs. Daring's torpedoes are an oddity, being the same ones found on Minotaur, with a 10km range and 62 knots of speed. While they are mediocre compared to those of the Z-52 or the Grozavoy, she can single fire them, and a skilled player can fire them with surgical precision to quickly take down opposing cruisers or battleships or set floods on them, baiting out their damage control. After which, Daring can smoke up and immediately burn down the enemy. Daring does have downsides, however. Her concealment can only reach 6 kilometers, which allows other DDs to sneak up on her and deliver powerful blows that could possibly cripple her. She does equip a hydroacoustic search set that allows her to sneak up on destroyers hiding in smoke, but it has a limited range of just 3 kilometers compared to the 6 kilometer of Z-52. Also, she's rather sluggish at 35 knots base, which is further compounded by a lack of engine boost to speed things up. Overall, she's an excellent hybrid DD that makes the best of both worlds of torpedo boats and gunboats. Use these things wisely and she'll reward you handsomely. That has been my experience with Daring. I really enjoy this hybrid class of destroyers. I've played all the way up to Gearing, I've played all the way up to Shimakaze, and I just really enjoy the Daring. I featured the Jetland a couple times on the channel already. I talk about the Jetland being the tier 9 DD hunter. To me, Daring's no less the same. It could be the tier 10 DD hunter. So, I'll talk a little bit more about the ship as we go along here. We got 1 torpedo hit. Must be on the Shikishima. So, one of the things I really like with Daring, and you're going to see me utilize it in this video, because I am RPF'd right now. I don't do an RPF build on the Daring. I'll be doing an upgrading commander build on the Daring tomorrow. It's really similar. I think it's the same thing, but I would recommend with the Jutland, commander skill-wise. But in playing the Daring, I like being more of the hunter DD. And I don't mean that as hunting as in you're constantly pursuing enemy destroyers, as an example, when I'm talking about that. But also just kind of sitting and waiting for the enemy destroyer to make the first move. Because you often set the terms of the engagement. Because you have this, like the gearing. Like for me right now, like I'm gonna knock the gearing out. I'm confident that I'm gonna be able to take on the gearing because, you know, I've got this 3-kilometer hydroacoustic search that will pick ships up away. I can utilize my smokes, so I'm kind of the one who's constantly setting the terms of the engagement versus letting the gearing set the terms of the engagement. So I know I'm RPF'd, and I'm just gonna kind of sit here and wait it out. We had the Shikishima pushing up, so I've kind of launched these torps. Maybe I have enough time if he decides to turn in towards Bravo. One of the things I'm doing here is I'm kind of getting myself set up in a position to deal with the gearing when he does end up pushing. One of the biggest things that DG players struggle with, whether they're low tier, mid tier, or high tier, is that destroyer players are often, they're not patient enough. Patience is a huge reward, and it really sets the standard for the last half of the battle if you're still alive. So when you're patient and kind of waiting on these engagements to happen, rather than being, hey, like right now you can see I haven't really moved much. I'm kind of still sitting here playing around, but I haven't really moved much, and that really often can sometimes bother players where they feel like they need to move. If they're not moving, then their team might yell at them, or they're saying that they're doing nothing. But in this case, we're just waiting for the gearing to push. His friend in the Colombo is pushing up, so that should inspire some confidence in the gearing that we should be seeing him shortly. And so we're just waiting here. I'm not going to be sitting broadside. I don't want to eat any gearing torpedoes, so I'm kind of angled away. But I'm at an angle to which I can get my guns off. So I'm kind of waiting for basically the gearing to pop around the island. Just to the left center of the screen is where I'm expecting him to come from. Because he does have me RPF'd, so he knows I'm in this general direction. But I'm reversing, so this island, right? Because gearing has a slightly better concealment range than I do. He has I believe it's a 5.8. And enduring, it's that 6.0. So as soon as he comes on the island, we should detect each other at the same time. That is the goal, okay? So I've baited his shots out, and I'm going to smoke up. So my Bourgogne teammate is going to be able to detect him because he fired, but the gearing smoked up. And he comes out of the smoke there, which is going to be a no-no, so we're going to keep focusing the fire on him. We just knocked out his engine. So I'm not worried about the Colombo right now. I want to focus on the DD. Okay, so no longer gearing's gone quiet. I'll go ahead and use the DCP, Damage Control Party. And we're going to start focusing on this Colombo. Now the Bourgogne has gone to the south. He's more on the J line. And I'm going to move more to the right. So kind of as the Colombo's pushing up, he's going to take heat from both of us. And I don't have my hydroacoustic search up, but I was expecting gearing torpedoes, so I left it. And there you can see that he still had that one rack after you fired one rack off on the Bourgogne. But I'm going to go wide here. I'm going to help my Bourgogne player out where he doesn't feel like he's alone. That doesn't mean the gearing is going to get some shots off on me, but it's okay, because I've just popped my heel. So with the India Delta flag, you can see you get up to 2,910. You can heal back. And I have the, I don't know if they call it something else now, but superintendent, so that means I get 3 heals. So I still have 2 more heals in reserve, and this really helps you have the stamina, I'll say, as a destroyer to continue on in the engagement. So I got my hydroacoustic search up, and we're going to step back onto the cap. We had to take some time in being patient. We dealt with the battleship who overextended out past his destroyer buddy. And gearing is still in the smoke screen. Now, there's a brief window with the hydroacoustic search where I can shoot the gearing without being detected. I don't know what my gunfire bloom is. I think it's like 2.6, 2.7, like while in smoke. So I can get a shot off, a salvo or 2 off, even if I slowly approach the smoke screen without gearing detecting me. So I'm going to shoot him now, and I'm still dark. So you have this little window that not many players take advantage of, per se, where you can really bully a destroyer in a smoke screen. You're really close, but they can't shoot you because they can't see where you're at unless they're radar DD, hydroacoustic search DD, or something like that nature. So we've lit him up, and our Bourgogne player gave the final blow. Bourgogne is a fantastic steel ship. I have it, really recommend it. I did fat finger there. Did not mean to blow my smoke screen there. I think I was just trying to get, I don't know how I did that, but you can see I utilized another heal. I have a mod. I use the WoW's mod station, the official mod station of World of Warships. So it tells me how much health I can heal back. So if I used another heal, looks like I'd only get 55, 56 health back. So there's no need to pop that right now. So the enemy team has overextended. We've won this flank. So now it's important for me to get over to Alpha Cap and flip that. You can see our Summers is really low on HP, and he just needs to run. There's no need for him to stick up there. I mean, there's a Gearing, there's a Salem, a Gross Kurfürst. So there's no need for our Summers to stick around. So you're going to kind of see me communicating in chat, or not kind of. You are going to see me communicating in chat with him, and just trying to work with my team here. So we'll continue to kind of focus on the daring, but there's also some team things I want to highlight here. So Summers, he has a better concealment than I do, and the Gearing has a 5.8. So ideally, what the Summers should do if you're a low HP destroyer, you can see he's throwing torpedoes back behind him, is that Summers needs to get behind me. And I don't mean like 0.2 kilometers behind me. I mean, he needs to be like 2, 3, 4 kilometers behind me. Because the Gearing, if the enemy Gearing detects Summers, he's going to shoot him. He's a one-shot. And so even though you can see with the score timer, we should be pulling out the win here, at this point in time, you never want to snatch defeat from the jaws of victory. The enemy team is in our hands now because we control the Alpha Cap, we control the Bravo Cap. We can take this defensive positioning with these islands down here. So like the island that the Bourgogne is full steaming ahead, like he could slow down and fight in that area. Our Gross Kurfürst could kind of be beside him off to the side. And we just play between these two caps because we are in control. When you have two caps, the enemy team only has one cap. That's just some extravagant point difference still. You are in control. So you can see now we're just a minute 40 from winning, okay? So I'm just trying to tell the Summers to stay dark, just get behind me. He doesn't need to worry about me. I'm fine. I've still got another heal left, and I want to protect the Summers and keep him alive. There's no need for him to play risky at this point. So, and I'm highlighting that because for those of you who might make similar decisions to Summers, I want you to understand not to do what the Summer does, okay? So he's backed off, but now he's turning back in towards me. And he's like, hey, I think in chat, he's like, I'll smoke you up. And I'm like, no, I just want him to get back. I am fine, okay? I had the British smoke screens. We can't stick here for long because Sam was pushing in with that 8.5 kilometer radar. So his smokes, sorry, now look at him. He's going out past me, in front of me. And I'm going to be, get back. Like, you just made the worst possible decision in this match right now. And there's the Gearing. Coming in full steam ahead. He's got his engine boost. You can see the dark smoke screen. And he's going to start immediately opening up on Summers. Summers opens up too. And that results in the Summers dying. So that's just dragged out the match. We lost our Bourgogne. We killed the Ghost Kurfürst. We lost our Summers. And now I'm about to kill this Gearing. But I have to run. I have to disengage here. So there's still shots coming in. So I'm not going to use my damage control party yet. I am going to pop smoke. I want to break visual contact with Salem, and knowing that Salem could be popping up his radar, which he does briefly, but I get 2 fires on me and I have to DCP at that point, taking too much damage, and we had some different modules broken. So now it's just the Salem, and we're drawing really close to a win. So with Daring, for me, she's really fits my playstyle well as a destroyer because she has so much utility. Those single launch torpedoes, you did get to see me really make use of them in this battle, but I've seen some players do amazing things with those single launch torpedoes. You got a cruiser, radar cruiser, who's, positioned on the corner of an island, and they surgically just drop 5-6 torpedoes, and boom, kills them. So to me, she's one of the best tier 10 tech tree destroyers. I can only say that to a certain extent. I haven't got all the tier 10 destroyers yet. I've played some on the public test server, but one of which I haven't played with Kleber, and I've heard good things about Kleber. So, post-battle results, 47,000 damage. You can see only 1 torpedo hit, 47 shell hits, 2 solo caps, assisted cap, 1 destroyed, 4 set on fires. So Daring has these really good HE. Her HE and AP is really good, so when you get broadside target, you definitely want to utilize that AP. We're going to top the team with over 1,600 base experience. Shout out to Trapper, one of the teammates. He is one of my subscribers and in the Discord channel, so I don't know what happened to him, but he was in the North fighting, so it's good to see him around. Detailed reports. You can see the breakdown here. We did most of our damage to the 2 destroyers, the 2 gearings, and then we didn't land. I don't think we landed any torpedoes on Colombo, so that was all gun damage and fire damage. And here is the credits and XP with having premium count. So I was playing these ranked battles because I was trying to get a good battle in Daring. This was like back in December when I had this battle. And I realized that, I haven't got the Daring upgrade and commander build video out. So, featuring this ship today, plays really similar to Jutland. She has slightly worse concealment than the Jutland, but they both play super similar. So if you love the Jutland, you're going to love the Daring just as much, just because they're some of my high tier favorite destroyers. I hope you enjoyed today's video. I hope you're having a great weekend as we're kicking it off sort of today on this Friday. So make sure to stick around to catch the upgrade and commander build video tomorrow of the Daring. So if you liked what you saw today, give it a thumbs up. If you did not, give it a thumbs down. Subscribe if you do want to see more. If you are subscribed, thanks so much. I really appreciate it as we continue to grow the community here with you and nearing 700 subscribers. It's crazy, right? So until next time, take care.